Hey everybody, welcome back to Chit Chat and Tea with Amanda Marie and my new series called What's Going On. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. Here I am with my next episode. I already did one episode for this series. I hope you guys checked it out. It was kind of like my story about how I came to how God woke me up, quote unquote, and how I have come to the knowledge of all these things I want to start sharing with you all. I hope you guys check it out. So anyway, if you're new here, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you guys all those who have been watching all along, my subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let's get into it. As you guys can see, you are looking at a dollar bill. That's what we're going to kind of start diving into today. This is probably going to be at least 2, maybe 3 episodes long, just to cover a lot of things about the dollar bill. So as you can see, that's what you are looking at right here. And before we get into it, I just want to ask this question. And this is kind of, I shared with you guys before that one of the things that when God first really started to give me eyes to see, this is one of the first things that kind of, he kind of showed me and had me really look at and start to really think about. So the question I want to ask to you all is, don't we live in a quote unquote Christian nation? That's what we've all been taught and told as youth growing up, going to school. That's what they told us. That's what we've been taught, that the founding fathers were Christian. Okay, so before I really dive in though, I just want to have a little reminder of the scripture that I am standing on to kind of defend my stance on even doing this series, and that is from Ephesians 5:11, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Okay, just wanted to share that before I dive in. Okay, so but as we dive into this, I just want you guys to keep in the back of your mind that question I just asked. Aren't we supposed to be a Christian nation? As I go through and I dissect this, today we're going to be focusing on the pyramid, the unfinished pyramid with the all-seeing eye above it in the triangle, and what it says around that. So that's what we're going to focus on for today. But again, I just want you guys to keep that question in the back of your mind as we dissect this. Okay, so let's jump in. First thing I'm going to do is we're going to read what it says around this unfinished pyramid with this one eyeball. It says, and excuse my Latin, I'm going to do the best I can. Anut septis novus ordo seclorum. Okay, so what does that say? Well, in English translation, it basically says about announcing the birth of a new world order. So that in itself should raise some questions in your mind. What exactly do they mean by a new world order? And it should also, even the fact that it's written in Latin, I think personally, and again, this is my own opinion on this, but I think it raised a question in my own mind, like, why did they write it in Latin? Why didn't they put it in English for everybody to read, so everybody could read it and know what it said? So let's think about the New World Order for a minute. So the New World Order, what is the New World Order, you might be? I don't know. Some of you may have heard that term thrown around. It's definitely been thrown around a lot more these past, I would say, few years here. All right. So I have this up on the screen for you guys to see. I just Googled searched New World Order, and I thought I'd just share this to kind of just give us a better insight of what we're dealing with here. So New World Order is that of a secretive power elite with a globalist agenda that is conspiring to eventually rule the world through an authoritarian world government, which will replace sovereign nation states and an all-encompassing propaganda whose ideology hails the establishment of the New World Order as the culmination of history's progress. Many influential historical and contemporary figures have therefore been alleged to be a part of a cabal that operates through many front organizations to orchestrate significant political and financial events, ranging from causing systematic crises to pushing through controversial policies at both national and international levels as steps in an ongoing plot to achieve world domination. So, folks, that's pretty much sums that up. Better than I could have. That's why I wanted to just share that with you all and read from that for you guys. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what the New World Order is. Okay, so now that we've established that, I just want to make sure that, you guys are... we have a clear understanding of what we're dealing with here. But I just want to say this, we shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater because, we do have a strong thread and a strong foundation in our country, in the United States of America, of Christianity. And proof of that is in the foundation of the story of the pilgrims coming here from across the ocean, coming to this land and coming here to practice religious freedom. And they certainly were true Christians, and they brought their Christianity with them here. And it is a strong thread in the fabric of the United States of America. So I don't want you guys to think I'm just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not. But what you need to understand is that on those, ships that brought these pilgrims, these Puritans, these separatists over here, amongst those pilgrims, there were peoples that were not Christians, and those peoples were pretending to be Christians or portraying themselves as Christians, but they certainly weren't. They were a part of this illuminated society, as I'll call it that for now. That's what they were a part of, and they were putting up a front that they were Christian. Yeah, so I just thought it's important to share that and make sure I'm clear on how I how I believe about that. So moving on, I wanted to share also this Revelation 13, 11 through 18 with you guys from the New King James Version here. So it reads, "Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. He performs great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven and on earth and in the sight of men. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So yeah, that scripture, I wanted to share it because that's basically encompassing what we're heading into in this occultic system called the New World Order. The end result is, according to the Bible and according to what we just read, the Antichrist taking his position in full authority and domination over the whole earth. So that is, I just, wanted to share that. And now we're going to move on to the actual pyramid. Okay, so here is the pyramid again for you guys to see. And again, going back to that same question again, what does a pyramid have to do with a Christian nation? As far as I know, and I know when the first thing that I think of when I see a pyramid is I think of Egypt and Egyptian hieroglyphics and Egyptian culture. And so let's look at what a pyramid represents or what a pyramid symbolizes. So right here we can see that the pyramid symbolism. So basically, as you guys can read, the pyramid symbolism, the shape of Egyptian pyramids is thought to represent the primordial mound from which the Egyptians believe the earth was created. So I really don't think I need to go much further with that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory that pyramids have absolutely nothing to do with the Bible, Christianity. God never told us to build pyramids to, in honor of him or to represent him in any way. And getting on with it. Now, the pyramid has 13 steps on it. And in the occult, the number 13 is very significant and it's a very important number to them. So we're going to talk about what they use in the occult as far as numbers. There's this thing called numerology. And there's a definition for it, the study of the occult significance of numbers. Basically, in numerology, you're assigning numbers to letters. And that's, basically what they do with numbers in the occult. And they also have a thing which is called gematria. Gematria, as you can see the definition there, a Kabbalistic method of interpreting the Hebrew scriptures by computing the numerical value of words based on those of their constituent letters. I mean, in other words, Gematria defines the numbers. And according to numerology and gematria, the number 13 comes out with the meaning of depravity and rebellion. So in the occult world, the number 13 literally to them means depravity and rebellion. And that is one of the reasons 13 is used so often in the occult. And not just in the occult, but we know this in the world. I mean, everybody knows about, 13's an unlucky number. Friday the 13th, better watch out. It's Friday the 13th. Something bad's going to happen, So 13 is well known to be that unlucky number. So moving on from that. So, guys, I think I'm going to end it here because I just looked at the time and we're already up to almost 15 minutes. And like I had said, I wanted to try to keep these short and sweet. I didn't want to go on too much and put out too much information in each episode. So what we're going to do is I'm going to end that here. And on my next episode, I'm going to cover the all-seeing eye, because that in itself, the all-seeing eye on top of the unfinished pyramid, that in itself is a mouthful and it is a lot to take in within itself. So that's where I'm going to end it, guys. I pray that somebody out there hears this and it reaches their ears. And as usual, guys, I pray you guys are all doing good out there. And until next time, guys, God bless.